So Ian Gary made a comment on what went down in the main event of UFC 322, and it was more so on JDM's part about it being one of the weakest title defenses in UFC history. Again, in reference to JDM's performance at UFC 322. And coming from a guy who's supported Ian Gary and complimented him often, which I have, I've said time and time again, Ian Gary is one of the smartest fighters in the UFC currently. He has one of the highest fight IQs right now. Um, I think JDM would whoop him. I think in a fight between Ian Gary and JDM, fight IQ goes out the window. JDM moves so beautifully on the feet without really having to like overly think. I feel like it also like striking just comes naturally to JDM, or at least it looks that way, you know. And I feel like that would be, you know, the main thing happening. That would be the decision maker of the fight. Ian Gary, it would just be JDM teeing off on Ian Gary, despite whatever Ian would try to do. Like Ian's grappling is strong, but I feel like it's strong in a defensive um, style. You know, I think Ian Gary is an offensive grappler, is deadly, but not really against a guy with a great scramble like JDM. I think every time Ian Gary would try to force JDM to the ground, he would slip out of Ian Gary's control almost immediately, get back to the feet, and continue to tee off on Ian. So, despite Ian's comment, I feel like you know JDM would really school Ian on the feet. And like I said, this is coming from a guy who has praised Ian's IQ time and time again, and regarded or made reference towards Ian Gary as a guy who can diminish his opponent's talents. And JDM's talent is obviously striking, but I don't think Ian Gary has what it takes to truly diminish JDM's striking as other fighters have, because I just don't believe in Ian Gary's offensive grappling that much as I would in Islam Makhachev um, or a Sean Brady, you know. But Ian Gary, he's really strong defensively on the ground, in my opinion. Overall, you let me know what you think.